What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissistic Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my lovely voice, I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder, said toxic people, said toxic traits. Today's episode is going to be about the JADE technique. Like, if you can't go no contact with a narcissist, if you have to communicate with them in some way, shape, or form because of the kids, because of business, whatever, because they might be a family member, it might be a friend, it might be a partner, whoever if you can't go no contact, this is a technique that you can use to communicate with a narcissistic person, toxic person, whoever, abusive person. Before we hop into today's episode, y'all know I have to shout out the self-love journal, my self-love journal that is helping so many people out right now. It's available on Amazon at Lee Hammock Self-Love. I Love Me, the self-love journal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm on daddy duty today. My son is getting a haircut with my wife. So I got my daughter back in the background playing with cars. The JADE technique. So JADE, J-A-D-E, is supposed to be used to a way to communicate with narcissistic people or toxic people or abusive people, whoever, manipulative people you don't like, you know what I mean? But you can't go no contact for whatever reason. J-A-D-E. I'm like the little J. I'm the Jade cheerleader right here. J. Hey, there's a terrible J, but y'all get it, yo. So JADE stands for, it's an acronym for do not justify, argue, defend, explain. Justify, J stands for justify. E stands for, J-A, argue. D stands for defend, and E stands for explain. So we're going to break down each letter right here, y'all, because so many people get caught up when you're trying to communicate with narcissistic people and whatnot, or like you have to. That's what it is, y'all. So justify. A lot of times when you communicate with a narcissistic person, toxic person, whoever, I'm just going to say narcissistic person, y'all, before the end of the video, but y'all know y'all can substitute abusive person, boss, toxic boss, liar, manipulator, cheater, whoever you can substitute whatever word. I'm just going to use narcissistic, so I don't have to keep saying all this stuff back to back to back, because y'all get it. Most of y'all are not new here. If you are new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, y'all watching and not subscribing, because I don't want to support a narcissist, y'all. If you subscribe to the channel, you're not just supporting me, you're helping the algorithm reach other survivors, other victims, other thrivers, other narcissistic people who need to see this stuff and get their asses into therapy. So think about it from that perspective. Anyways, y'all. J, justify. Narcissistic people want to drag you into arguments, y'all. They just do. They want to trigger you. They want to feel like they're in control of you. So if I always say this, y'all, I coined this term right here. If I can trigger you, I can control you. So a narcissistic person wants to see if they can set you off on purpose. They want to nitpick at every little thing that you do to make you feel like you're not doing enough. They want to nitpick every single little thing that you do to make you feel like you're just not living up to your standard, living up to their standards. Like you're a horrible parent, a horrible partner, a horrible son, a horrible daughter, a horrible child, whatever, it is whatever role that you play in this person's life or whatever role they play in your life. You know what I mean? They want to make you, so you don't have to justify, y'all. You do not have to justify yourself to a toxic narcissistic person. I know you want to. You want to justify your actions. You want to justify your words, but you don't have to, y'all. You don't have to. I know you want to. I know you want to. It's itching away at you. You want to say this. But if you say this right, if you say this, you're going to get dragged into an argument. You know what I mean? If you say this, you're going to get dragged into a longer situation. It's going to be drug out. You'll be fussing and fighting. You could stand the chance of ruining your day, shifting the energy of your day. And that's what a narcissistic person wants, y'all. They want to shift your energy. You want to say hey? Because you're right here. Say hey. Hello. Hello. Get out of here. You got funky bone? Oh my goodness. Justify your action. You don't want to get drugged into that, y'all, because the narcissistic person wants to drag you into that because it gives them the power of you, makes them feel like they're in control of you and things like that. You know what I mean? The A, Yeah, I know you want to justify yourself, y'all, but you don't have to justify yourself. I know you want to. I know you want to justify your actions. I know you want to justify your motives. You don't have to. You don't have to provide justification for them, y'all. You don't have to justify your decisions. Like, hey, I want to do this. Hey, I want to do this weekend. You don't like why? You don't have, y'all. You don't have to explain why you want to go on a trip with your family. You see what I'm saying? JA. Argue. When I say argue, like the A stands for argue. When I say argue, I don't mean just like normal, healthy relationships. People argue in healthy relationships. Arguments, like with narcissistic people, go overboard. Things get said that cannot be taken back. Like words and actions are done and perceived that cannot be taken back, y'all. Once you say it and put it out there into the atmosphere, it cannot be taken back. You know what I mean? So once you say it, it's out there. So you don't have to argue. Don't get drunk. You don't have to attend every argument that you're invited to. I'll say that right there. You do not have to attend every argument that you're invited to, because a narcissistic person, if they are having a bad day, they're going to want you to have a bad day. They're going to want you to have a bad day. That's just how it goes right there, y'all. If I'm having a bad day, I'm going to want you to have a bad day. So I'm going to try to drag you into an argument where you're going to say some hurtful stuff that you regret saying. You might say some stuff to me that you regret saying, and then you end up apologizing to me, who started the argument, who drug you into it. Don't argue, y'all. Do not argue with these people. Of course, healthy conflict is okay in a healthy relationship, but not these type of crazy, rage-filled, hateful arguments that you get drugged into with narcissistic, toxic ass people, y'all. D, defend yourself. You don't have to defend yourself, y'all. I'm telling you, if they say some mean stuff to you, if they say some hurtful stuff to you, just out of the blue, just some hurtful stuff. Like if a narcissistic person says something hurtful to you out of the blue, just understand, think about it from this perspective, y'all. What is going on inside of them, and how unhappy and pathetic are they to just try to ruin your day because they are sad, because they are unhappy? Yeah, I know you want to defend yourself. If they call you the B word or the C word, or, you know what I mean, loser, they might say you just like your daddy, you just like your mama. They might say something like that. They might try to trigger you with your trauma. But don't defend yourself, y'all. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know you got the goosebumps popping up. You've been in the gym. You ready to fuss and fight. I know that, y'all. I know. But that's what they want, y'all. Because in my mind, as a narcissist, if I can get you to defend yourself, in my mind, if I can trigger you, guess what? I still think you want me. That's how simplistic a lot of narcissistic people's minds is, y'all. If I can trigger you into an argument, if I can trigger you into fussing and fighting with me, I think you still want me. I think you still have some feelings for me. I think that you're just afraid to admit those feelings. I think you're just afraid to admit those feelings. We'll go outside in just a few seconds, okay? Okay? Yay. I think you, like I said, when you defend yourself, I'm going to defend myself, and we're going to be fussing and fighting. Look, once you start to defend yourself, you get drugged into all the other letters. You mean every one of these letters in this acronym leads to the other ones. You try to defend yourself. Now you want to justify defending yourself. Now we're arguing. Now you're trying to explain and stuff like that. You say, don't defend yourself. I know. Don't feel the need to defend yourself. This is not something you can just do tomorrow. A lot of times, most times, this takes work to get there, y'all. This takes like zen. You got to be at your zen. You got to be able to cross your legs and float into the air, because it's so zen. It's so much zen to not let this person bother you, because they are so unhappy that they have to bother you. There's so much turmoil going on inside the narcissist's mind that they have to bring it to you. They have to bother you. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes a lot of times in these toxic relationships, y'all. The way I feel inside of me, I want you to feel the same way. So I'm going to say some hurtful things to you to try to get you to defend yourself, so I can feel in control, so I can feel powerful. You know what I mean? That happens so many times, y'all. This is one of those things that happens a lot. But then the last letter, y'all, E. E stands for apple. No, E stands for elephant. No. Explain. You don't have to provide an explanation for your actions or your decisions, y'all. I know you want to. I know you feel like you need to write it out for this person. I know you feel like you need to get a detail. You want them to explain their actions sometimes. So you feel like you need to explain yours. Y'all, I'm just telling you, all this so much unnecessary communication with toxic narcissistic people can drive you to the edge. It can just drive you to the edge, and it can just mess with your day, y'all. It really, really can. It can just mess with your day. It can do a lot of damage to your day. it can just ruin your psyche for an entire day. Imagine just like having a day, your day start off good, and then they start off so good, and then end up bad because you end up in a bad place because you're arguing with that narcissistic person, because you didn't got drugged into an argument because you wanted to defend yourself, and now you want to justify your actions, and now now you're explaining yourself. JADE, y'all. Everybody can't go no contact, so work on the JADE technique. JADE, green is the color of money technique. The money technique it might save you some money, y'all, because going to court arguing with this person. The money technique might save you some money. Yeah, but that's how it goes though, y'all. So I just feel like this can help bring you a lot of peace and things like that, y'all. But anyways, y'all, let me hop off this thing. I gotta go change this funkabunk. Can you say bye-bye? Bye. Say bye-bye. Bye. We're hopping off this thing, y'all. But look, new in the merch shop. I'm grateful. The self-love brand, I'm grateful, is now available in the merch shop. And I have a self-love course coming out here pretty soon, y'all. So I have a newsletter. Join the newsletter, get more information on that coming up, y'all. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Thank you for watching my video to the end. I'm super eternally grateful for every single one of you. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so we can help reach more people, help more people and things like that. The self-love brand is available. I love me. The self-love journal is available as well. Links in the description of every video I do. If you haven't already as well, look into joining the channel memberships for behind the scenes perks, priority responses to comments and things like that, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time.